President Biden held his first formal State of the Union address on Tuesday. He discussed Ukraine, inflation, the COVID-19 pandemic, and a 4-point unity agenda.
Plus, another day has arrived in the war between Russia and Ukraine. Stay with us for the latest.
We have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. Stay tuned to hear my weather forecast.
And how one dog found himself standing on the Detroit River. All that and more coming up.
This is TV2 News.
Good morning, Portage County, and welcome to your Wednesday FlashCast. I'm Halena Sepulveda.
And I'm Matt Corrali, and here's what's making headlines this morning.
As student vaccination rates are rising and the number of new COVID cases is declining, Kent State reported that the campus had no new cases of COVID-19 during the week of February 20th. This leaves the Kent campus at 385 reported COVID cases so far this semester. Vaccination rates have risen over 5% since the end of January across all campuses, and Kent's vaccination rate currently stands at 80.85%.
A video went viral of a 26-year-old Kent resident who was charged for punching a black woman in the face and yelling racial slurs at her in Akron's Highland Square. Andrew Walls has since turned himself into Akron police, and he is under investigation by the FBI for possibly having ties with the local chapter of the Proud Boys. Walls has been charged with possession of a firearm while intoxicated and assault. Additional charges of assault are also pending.
A Cleveland police officer that was found guilty on 2 charges of sexual assault was officially sentenced in court on Monday. Matthew Piter was sentenced to 3 years on probation and is required to complete sex offender counseling. The registered policeman will also have to register as a Tier 1 sex offender in the county of where he lives and where he is employed or educated. If he violates his probation, he'll get 2 years of jail time, 1 for each guilty charge. Now here's Kyle Vasil with the weather.
Good morning, Portage County. We have a warmer weekend ahead of us. So currently in Kent, it is 39 degrees and it feels like it is 36. And the dew point is at 31 degrees. And the wind is coming from the south-southwestern direction at around 1 mile per hour. Humidity is at 90% today and the visibility is at 1.5 miles. We currently take a look at the hourly forecast. It is to start off today at 6 a.m. it was 33 degrees with some clouds. Around lunchtime, it's going to warm up to 43 degrees with some partly cloudy skies, and at night, the all-time high will be 46 degrees with some cloudy skies. Going on to the 7-day forecast. So tomorrow on Thursday, we have a high of 31 and a low of 17 with some morning clouds, but it will be sunny at the end of the day. On Friday, the high will be 43 and the low will be 32 with some partly cloudy skies. On Saturday, the high will be 65 and the low will be 55 with some partly cloudy skies. Going into Sunday, another warm day, the high will be 68 and the low will be 40 with some rain. Monday, the high will be 44 and the low will be 44 with some rain. And then on Tuesday, the high will be 39, the low will be 29 with some morning snow showers. And to finish it off, on Wednesday, the high will be 50 and the low will be 34 with some partly cloudy skies. That's all I have for you today. Enjoy the weekend. Back to you, Halena.
After the first congressional map plan was rejected by the Ohio Supreme Court, Republican mapmakers have revealed a new plan on Tuesday. The plan outlines a map that would create 10 safe Republican seats with 3 Democratic districts and 2 toss-up districts that lean Democratic. Ohio is one of the last states to finalize its maps of congressional districts and is losing a congressional seat due to its slow growth in population.
And let's now bring you our midweek updates that includes the latest on the war between Russia and Ukraine. But first, we turn our attention to one of the most anticipated State of the Union addresses in recent memory.
And what a jam-packed State of the Union address it was. In his first State of the Union address on Tuesday, President Biden urged Americans to stand in unity against the Russian attacks on Ukraine. Biden also expressed his priority of getting inflation under control and promoting American-made products. During his address, the president spoke optimistically about the end of the pandemic, and he reflected on some of the accomplishments from his first year in presidency.
We now transition to Ukraine as day 7 of the Russian attacks on the country are in full swing. Civilian areas, including the nation's capital of Kyiv, came under increasingly intense shelling as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of being a, quote, state of terrorism. Inside Russia, President Vladimir Putin is limiting coverage of the crisis as a Russian radio station critical of the invasion was taken off the air.
And as Russian attacks on Ukraine civilians intensify, Ukrainian refugees are moving to flee the country. A UN refugee agency said that already more than 847,000 civilians have fled Ukraine, a number that officials believe could surpass 1 million within the coming days. Most of those fleeing are women and children, as Ukraine's government has prohibited men between 18 and 60 years old from leaving the country. Tune into tonight's newscast for updates on these stories and more.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good morning, I'm Brady Hamilton, and let's get into some basketball updates. The Kent State men's basketball team kept their hot streak going on Tuesday night on the road against Northern Illinois. The Flashes were led by Sincere Carey with 22 points and 6 assists, which makes it his 12th game of the season scoring 20 or more points. The 11th straight win for the Flashes are the most in the program since 2001. Look for the Kent State men's basketball team to end the regular season on a high note at home on Friday night at 6 when they host Buffalo, who just lost to Toledo but were on a hot streak of their own prior to that. The loss helps put the Flashes into second place in the MAC as they have a chance to clinch the 2 seed for the MAC tournament with a win at home over Buffalo. And now we go to LA for LeBron and the Lakers as they host Luka and the Mavs in the Star Showdown on Tuesday night. Jalen Brunson misses 3, but look at the slam here by Luka Doncic. And we go to the second half where the Lakers are trying to come back, but look at the sequence by LeBron here as the GOAT decides to do it himself and starts taking over this game. LeBron goes on to make 3 straight three-pointers, and he ties the game here for the Lakers. In the fourth, LeBron driving. He kicks out to Carmelo Anthony, who knocks down the corner 3, and the Lakers' lead starts to grow. But the Mavs have something to say about that, as look at Luka with the dime here to Brunson, who hits a catch-and-shoot 3. And here we go, as it is now LeBron versus Luka, who knocks down the fadeaway jumper. And look at LeBron playing aggressive on defense, but Luka is just too special on offense. And Luka gets another floater to fall here, and the Lakers, with another tough loss, continues to plummet down the West standings. And now we go from the West to the East in Cleveland, where the Cavaliers had a hard-fought, close loss on Monday night against the Timberwolves. The Cavs are hoping All-Star Darius Garland returns to the lineup tonight at 7 p.m. when they take on the Hornets. That's all I have for sports today. I am Brady Hamilton, and make sure to tune in the same time next week for more sports coverage.
This Ash Wednesday, the Pope is encouraging Christians around the world to spend time fasting and praying for Ukrainians. Although the last 2 years, church leaders have had to focus on the call to worship on Ash Wednesday despite the pandemic, this year the call for prayer focuses on Ukraine. Other Christian leaders have also called believers to pray for Ukraine during this Ash Wednesday.
And that will do it for us here on your TV2 Wednesday FlashCast. I'm Matt Corrali.
And I'm Halena Sepulveda. Have a great day, Portage County. I think that might have been the best one we've done.
I know.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Root jobs are almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day. Fancy pants peanut butter?
a big screen television.
You haven't even bought a sofa yet.
A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers.
Feed the pig.